And tonight we're going to bring you day 2 from the summit and the winner and some of the finalists of the Green Pitch Award, which was announced literally just a few hours ago. If you don't know who it is yet, don't get on Twitter. Keep away, and we'll keep you in suspense for a little while longer. First up, I'd like to welcome our judges, Linda Swart, Standard Bank Incubator Manager. Great to have you on the show, Linda.
Hi, Michael. Good to be here.
Also on the line, we've got Shaheen Hussain, who is the MD Europe, Middle East, Africa for Islamic Finance and Competence. Welcome to the panel, Shaheen.
Thank you, Michael. Good evening to you and all your listeners.
Now, before we hear from the contestants, Linda, what is the Green Pitch all about?
The Green Pitch was part of the Sustainability Summit, and it was their drive towards green entrepreneurship and supporting green entrepreneurs, giving them an opportunity to pitch, and Standard Bank was very proud to be involved, especially the Standard Bank Incubator. And
Shaheen, what were you looking for as judges here?
Well, we were looking for a lot of things. We were looking for a sustainable business that made a difference to community, that had some innovation in it, and ultimately we were building sustainable businesses.
And sustainable businesses are all about, the 5 or the 6 capitals, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to hear from our 4 contestants who were shortlisted in no particular order, starting with Willem Malherbe of 5 Star Stoves. Stay tuned.
My name is Willem Malherbe from 5 Star Stoves, and we provide a vertically integrated clean cooking solution for our local townships. We originally started off as development farmers and then realized selling tomatoes and cabbages is just not going to cut the grade. We had energy poor township residents living next to us, paying over the odds for paraffin and candles, and we could see their energy needs. While at the same time on the farm, we were burning fire breaks, and we could see all that energy disappearing into the air. So we had to link the energy that we're burning back into the atmosphere and link that to our townships. And we did that by taking the grass and compressing it into pellets, and that turned into a sustainable fuel. We then needed an energy carrier to cook. So we developed our own micro-gasification stove, a real nice little 2-plate stove where we can put the pellets in, and that burns beautifully and clean. And then we realized that that's not really a solution. You can't only cook. You need lighting because you've got a candle, and you need to charge your mobile phone. So the micro-gasification stove has got a fan. To run the fan, you need a battery, and you charge your battery with a solar panel. So now you've got a battery to charge your phone. You can run an LED light, and you can recharge your battery with a solar panel. That's all on the backdrop of 10% of our population not having access to electricity. We use 600 million liters of paraffin a year that's spoiling our people's lungs and causing early deaths due to fires between shacks. We go and look at our tribal landscape. A lot of trees are cut out, especially around townships as well, and we're demeaning the face of our country. And we can see the price of wood is getting more expensive. So the solution that we're providing is a value proposition to our end user where they're saving time. Our 5-star ladies are in the township, where if you're walking back from taxi on your way home, you can collect your pellets, and your 5-star lady services you as well. You're saving time by cooking quickly. You can light your stove and you can immediately start cooking. And your time to boil water for a litre water is anywhere between 5 and 10 minutes, where a paraffin stove can be anywhere between 15 to 20 minutes to boil a litre of water. Because your pots are cleaner, you're saving money. You're saving money because you need less detergent. And our business model is pretty much the same as a cell phone contract, where our stove is like your phone and the pellets is like airtime. So as long as you're buying pellets, you're buying airtime, you're paying off your device. Cost to cook over a month is roughly 200 Rand. And if we go and look at the comparative cost of our carbon-based incumbents, it's roughly about 22 Rand a day. So 10 to 12 Rand for paraffin, 3 Rand a candle, and 5 Rand to go and charge your cell phone. With a 5-star stove, you only need to pay for your fuel because you've already purchased your energy kit as a once-off purchase. From an environmental point of view, we're promoting a fuel switch between a carbon-based fuel, that's paraffin on the one side, to a renewable source. The pellets are made from agricultural waste and forestry waste. And we replace firewood, it's replaced on a basis of 1 to 4, so we're 4 times more efficient than just cooking on an open fire. The remnants of the cooking process is beautiful biochar, and it's a soil carbon amendment, and stays into this, remains in the soil for up to 100 years after this cooking process. So it's a real added bonus and a carbon positive contribution to the environment. From a health perspective, because the stove is 99% energy efficient, it leaves a much cleaner household environment, which means that our people are healthier. Because they're healthier, they're more productive, and their income potential is going up. Our value chain starts off with fuel production, where we buy in biomass. The biomass is then pulverized and dried, pressed into energy-dense pellet that's then used, that's obviously first bagged and then distributed by our 5-star ladies. So all is locally manufactured, and we build and finish our stoves in the township, so our 5-star ladies can service the stoves for their customers. And we're a customer-focused organization, because as long as our customers are happy, they would be buying pellets from us, and we would be profitable.
Well, I'm just thankful that I didn't have to be a judge judging those 4 entrants. Linda Swart, the eventual winner was Willem Malherbe and 5-star stoves. And I suppose when you look at a business that it helps consumers save time, save money, it's good for the environment, it's a franchise opportunity, seems to tick all the right boxes. What did you like about Willem's business?
The social element, social impact element was definitely something that stood out. The jobs that he was creating, and also how far along he was in just building his business. He had a lot of things already scoped out. I think that counted for him.
Shaheen, what did you like about 5-star stoves?
Oh, Michael, Willem really did his homework, and his model is truly an empowering one. He's taken care of the community aspect. It's creative, it's innovative, and really addresses a real-life problem that exists in rural Africa.
Willem, you're the winner of the Green Pitch competition. What does that entail for you? What did you win, and where to now for 5-star stoves?
Well, I received a very impressive bamboo watch. But I think we are loners as entrepreneurs, so it was really good to get feedback from the judges, and then being supported by the Da Vinci Institute and Blank Canvas, and then Standard Bank as well. So it's really great to be mentored in a position where we can actually take the business further.
Where is your business right now, and what do you need to take it up to scale, up to the next level?
The business at the moment for us is in Diepsloot, Tembisa, and Zandspruit up in Gauteng. And we're comfortable with our operation. We've got some really good people on the ground. But unfortunately, as a startup enterprise, we've actually entered a space that is closer to infrastructure that should actually be more government-focused. And that obviously pulls on cash flow. So we've developed a new line of stoves, and it'll be great if we can get the top-level technology now in. We've tested the market. Operationally, it works well. The mobile payment technology works well. We've got a fully IT background. And with the IT background, we can offer our investors full traceability, so that gives you an insight actually to who your customer is and what the buying behavior looks like. So you can really address it.
And Linda, from your perspective at the Standard Bank incubator, what work do you hope to do with Willem over the next while? Because he's won a stint in the incubator.
Well, we're going to start with the Lean Startup Bootcamp, which is normally quite interesting. It will help Willem to look at his different at his business from a different perspective, and perhaps look at his business model and other revenue streams. But what we focus on, Michael, as the incubator, we look at access to market opportunities for the companies, and that's not only from Standard Bank ourselves, but also from some of our business customers. So we do engage with a lot of we're based in the business and commercial area of the bank, and we do engage with a lot of our customers to see where there's opportunities for them to either get startups as suppliers or to invest in their businesses, etc.
And there's huge scope and potential here when we look at enterprise and supply development programs across the country to feed these sorts of startup businesses into those. If those programs want to onboard, they want to spend a bit of time developing businesses.
Definitely, Michael, and we do work closely with our colleagues in enterprise development and CSI to look at these types of projects and how we can support.
Shaheen, when you look at a business like Willem's, where he's taken it quite far, up the value curve, what more do you think he still needs to do, and what advice would you give him from here?
Well, Michael, he's on a good wicket at the moment, but he could look at expanding through social franchising, creating a brand where he empowered more local people all across the country to empower other people. So he's not doing all of the work himself, because the product that he has is actually a value-adding product to a lot of people who don't have access to electricity, who often have mobile phones that need charging, and in light of all of that, my advice to him would be to focus on developing the model to ensure that he has control and it expands rapidly.
That all sounds like it's fairly capital intensive. Willem, from a funding perspective, what sort of situation do you find yourself in?
We've had to jump around South Africa and essentially be self-funded. We have received a grant from the Energy and Environment Partnership, which is a donor-funded project that we're internally grateful for. But so far, the South African development side has been quite slow. So we actually had to revert looking at Uganda, Kenya, and we're doing some development work currently in Bangladesh with the Asian Development Bank too. So it'll be great to get more traction on the South African side, because at the end of the day, it is home.
Well, exactly, and this is certainly a space where you would think some of the DFIs would see a great opportunity to play. So let's hope that we can keep this local technology here for a little while longer, solving local problems. But fantastic to hear that you're growing internationally. It's just always sad to hear that some of our startups have a warmer reception